60 AD, Britannia. A woman was looking at the burning city of Londinium, a bloody sword in her hand, her war chariot beside her, her daughters on either side. "Do you know what Rome did to me?" she asked her army. "They poisoned my husband, had me flogged, raped my daughters. Now I'll show them what I'm going to do to them." Her army of 120,000 roared, "Revenge, revenge, revenge." That day, Londinium was completely destroyed. 70,000 Roman citizens were killed. Boudica would become one of Rome's most fearsome enemies. In 48 AD, everything was very different. In the lands of the Iceni tribe, in what is now Norfolk, Boudica was a happy queen. Her name meant victory in Celtic, and she was truly a woman of victory. At 1.80 meters tall, she appeared giant for that era. Her red hair reached her shoulders. Her green eyes looked sharp. She had two daughters, Isolda and Ciora. Both resembled their mother, strong, intelligent, brave. Her husband, King Prasutagus, was a clever man. He had made a deal with Rome. "We'd pay taxes to Rome. They'd leave us alone," he would say. "Everyone wins." The Iceni people were content with this arrangement. Trade was flourishing. There was peace. Life was good. But this agreement lasted only as long as one man's life, Prasutagus's life. In the spring of 60 AD, Prasutagus suddenly fell ill. "My stomach is burning," he moaned. "Water. Give me water." Boudica gave him water, but her husband got worse. Vomiting, diarrhea, seizures. 3 days later, he died. The Iceni shaman examined the body. "Poison," he said. "This is no illness. Someone killed him." Everyone suspected Rome, because Prasutagus's will was ambiguous. He left half his lands to Roman Emperor Nero, half to his daughters. But in Roman law, women could not inherit. A week after Prasutagus's funeral, Roman officials arrived. Procurator Cottus, Decianus with 200 Roman soldiers. "Prasutagus is dead," Decianus said coldly. "The lands now belong to Rome." Boudica stood up. "No. The will clearly states that Decianus cut her off. The will doesn't matter. Britannia is Roman territory. You are merely tenants." Boudica's voice trembled with anger. "We are allies, not slaves." Decianus gave an ugly smile. "I will now determine what you are." He ordered his soldiers to search the palace, collect all valuables. These now belong to Rome. Soldiers rushed into the palace. They took the gold, took the jewels, collected the weapons. Iceni nobles protested. "This is theft. This is injustice." Decianus looked at them. "Be silent, or you too will become slaves." But the truly horrific event happened now. Boudica challenged Decianus. "You are vile. Get out of my lands." Decianus approached. "Yours? Who do you think you are? You're just a wife of barbarians. You're nothing now." Boudica's voice rang out. "I am the queen of the Iceni." Decianus laughed. "Queen? I'll show you how to be a queen." Then he turned to the soldiers. "Take her. Show her to the people." Boudica was forcibly brought to the village square. People gathered, watched in fear. Roman soldiers tied her to a post. Then came the whip. 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes. It continued up to 40 lashes. Boudica did not groan, did not cry, did not beg. She only looked. In her eyes was rage, infinite rage. But worse was to come. Decianus asked, "Where are the daughters?" 2 young girls were brought. Isolda was 16, Ciora 14. A soldier asked, "What shall we do with these?" Decianus repeated that terrible smile. "Show them Roman hospitality." That day, before everyone's eyes, Roman soldiers raped Boudica's daughters. Boudica had to watch while bound. She heard her daughter's screams. And at that moment, something died inside her. Kindness died. Mercy died. Hope for peace died. Only one thing remained: revenge. After the Roman soldiers left, the village was in ruins. People were in shock, unable to speak. After Boudica's wounds were bandaged, she took her daughters beside her. "Mother," said Isolda, crying, we ... Bobo quotes, Boudica's voice was cold and determined. "I know, and they will pay. All of them will pay." Ciora asked, "How?" "With just a small tribe. Rome is a giant empire. Boudica answered. David defeated Goliath because David was angry. I am angrier than David. From that night on, Boudica began secret preparations. She sent messages to neighboring tribes. The Trinovantes tribe's lands had been taken by Rome. The Cornevi tribe was overwhelmed by taxes. The Corialtavi tribe was under threat of slavery. Boudica's message was simple. Rome will destroy us all. Either we fight together, or we die one by one. Weapon production began secretly. Every Iceni man and woman was arming themselves. Swords, spears, arrows, axes. Boudica had also found Rome's weak point. Governor Gaius Suetonius Paulinus was in northwest Britain, on the island of Mona, suppressing the Druids. The south was defenseless. Every night in meetings, she gave speeches. What has Rome done to us? Taken our lands, taken our freedom, taken our honor. Now, what will we take? Their lives. In the summer of 60 AD, Boudica was ready. She had gathered 120,000 warriors. This was the largest army in British history. The first target was Camulodunum, today's Colchester, Rome's capital in Britannia. Boudica set out with her army, in war chariots, on horses, on foot. They were advancing toward Camulodunum like a giant wave. In Camulodunum, the Romans hadn't suspected anything. The city lacked walls, built during peacetime. There were only 200 Roman soldiers. When the first news arrived, panic began. The Iceni have revolted. How many are they? Tens of thousands, ... Maybe 100,000, ... Procurator Dicinus immediately fled. He jumped on a ship and fled to Gaul. But the Romans in the city couldn't escape. Boudica's army besieged the city. The Romans took refuge in the Temple of Claudius, the strongest building. Commander Quintus Petilius Cerealis said, "We hold out here. Suetonius will send help." But help didn't come. The siege lasted 2 days. Then Iceni warriors attacked the temple. Boudica roared, "Break down the doors." The doors were broken with huge logs. Iceni warriors rushed in. Roman historian Tacitus wrote, "In Camulodunum, no Roman citizen survived. Women, men, children, all were killed. The city was razed, set on fire. 70,000 people died that day." Boudica stood before the temple of Claudius. Emperor Claudius's statue stood. "Tear down this statue," she said, "and put its head on a pole. Let it be our message to Rome." After Camulodunum fell, Boudica headed for Londinium. Londinium was still a small town, 5,000 inhabitants, but important. Trade center, port city. On the way she encountered Legio IX Hispana. This legion was coming to help Camulodunum, but was too late. Boudica set a trap. She ambushed them in a forested area. Legio IX Hispana was 5,000 strong, but Boudica had 120,000 warriors. "Attack!" she roared. Celtic warriors attacked from all sides. After a 3-hour battle, Legio IX Hispana was shattered. 2,000 legionaries died. Boudica laughed. Rome's invincible legions. They looked very invincible. Governor Suetonius was trying to reach Londinium, but there was no time. When he arrived at the city, he had to decide, defend or evacuate. His aide said, "There are 5,000 civilians. We must protect them." Suetonius looked at the city. No walls, no defense, no soldiers. "No," he said, "we'll lose. Evacuate. But what about the civilians? We can't save them. We must save the soldiers. Otherwise all of Britannia will be lost." Suetonius left the city with his soldiers. He left the civilians behind. 2 days later, Boudica arrived. Londinium was defenseless. People were trying to flee, but most couldn't. "Burn this city," Boudica ordered. "Leave no stone upon stone." Iceni warriors poured into the city. In modern archaeological excavations, a thick layer of ash was found, called the Boudican destruction layer. This layer shows that the city burned at 900 degrees. After Londinium, Boudica headed for Verulamium, today's St. Albans. This city was different, a Romanized Celtic city in Britain. That is, the Celts living here sided with Rome. "They are traitors," said Boudica. "They chose Rome, not us. They will be punished." Verulamium met the same fate. Destroyed, burned, annihilated. The total death toll now exceeded 80,000. Governor Suetonius had abandoned Londinium, but he had a plan. He told his commanders, Boudica is superior in numbers, but we are disciplined, trained. If we fight in the right place at the right time, we can win. Near Watling Street, he chose a narrow valley. Behind was forest. No escape, but there was defense. On the sides were hills, narrowing the enemy. In front was open ground, ideal for legion formation. He gathered 10,000 Roman soldiers, Legio 14 Gemina, Legio 20 Valeria, Victrix, Auxilia units. If we lose this battle, said Suetonius, Britannia is lost. If we win, Boudica's head will be on a pole. In the autumn of 61 AD, two armies faced each other. Boudica's army was 230,000, including women, men, children. There were war chariots, enthusiasm, full of rage. Suetonius's army was 10,000 disciplined soldiers. There was legion formation, cold calculation. Boudica spoke in her war chariot before her army. Look, what did Rome do to us? They took our lands. They took our freedom. They flogged me. They raped my daughters. Today we will take our revenge. Today, the blood of Roman legions will water the earth. The army screamed, Boudica, Boudica, Boudica. She showed her daughters. Look at my daughters. What did they do to you? Nothing, but Rome raped them. Now we will rape Rome. Enthusiasm was at its peak. Suetonius also spoke, but very differently. Soldiers. Before us is a barbarian mob. They outnumber us, but in quality we are superior. They come with enthusiasm. We fight with discipline. Testudo, Pilum, Gladius. These three words will defeat them. Take your positions. Boudica's army attacked. Like a giant wave they ran toward the Roman legion. But Suetonius was ready. Pilum. He shouted, throw spears. The first wave was caught in a rain of spears. Thousands of Celts died. Testudo tortoise formation. Roman soldiers joined their shields. The Celts attacked, but couldn't break the shield wall. Gladius sword. Roman soldiers attacked with their swords. Short, quick strikes. Celtic warriors were trying to swing their long swords, but it didn't work in the narrow space. Roman tactics worked perfectly. The Celts were numerous, but couldn't maneuver. Their own crowd had become a trap. The battle lasted 6 hours. In the end, it was clear that Boudica was losing. 80,000 Celts died. Only 400 Romans. Boudica tried to escape in her war chariot with her daughters, but she was surrounded. There was no escape. Fiora asked, Mother, what will we do? Boudica had a small bottle in her hand. Poison. Rome will not capture us, she said. They will not humiliate us again. We will die free. 3 women drank the poison. A few minutes later, Celtic Queen Boudica and her daughters died. Free but dead. The battle was won, but Rome was deeply affected. Emperor Nero considered abandoning Britannia entirely. This island is too expensive. There are constant revolts. Let's abandon it. But his advisors persuaded him. No, Majesty, if we abandon Britannia, we'll appear weak. The entire empire will revolt. In the end, they stayed in Britannia, but policy changed. Less exploitation, respect for local leaders, tax reductions, tolerance for local religions, better treatment of women came. Procurator Codesticinus was removed from office. He was never punished but never returned to Rome. Boudica died but was not forgotten. The Celts worshipped her. Her grave was in a secret place, considered sacred. Even Roman historians showed her respect. Tacitus wrote, Boudica, despite being a woman, was one of the most dangerous enemies Rome had seen. Her courage, intelligence, and rage were unmatched. Dio Cassius wrote, she destroyed the myth that women are weak. She was braver than men. Modern historians analyze Boudica's defeat. She had too many people but couldn't maneuver. She had enthusiasm but no discipline. She didn't know Roman legion tactics well enough. Feeding 230,000 people was very difficult. Suetonius had chosen the ideal battlefield. Boudica had accepted it. Her rage overshadowed strategy. Revenge became more important than winning. Boudica was forgotten for centuries. But in the 19th century, she was rediscovered. In Queen Victoria's time, she became a symbol of British nationalism. Boudica is the first example of British courage, said historians. A large statue of her was erected in London, beside Westminster Bridge, still standing today. In the 20th century, the suffragettes, women fighting for women's right to vote, used Boudica as a symbol. Boudica is proof of female power. If she could challenge Rome, we can demand the right to vote. In modern pop culture, dozens of books were written, films made. She became a video game character. Heavy metal songs were composed about her. She became one of the feminist icons. There were other powerful female leaders in history. Joan of Arc saved France, but was executed young. Cleopatra was politically brilliant, but not a military leader. Zenobia was queen of Palmyra, fought against Rome. Tamiris was queen of Iran, defeated Cyrus. But Boudica was different. She fought for personal revenge, and she almost won. Modern archaeology confirmed Boudica's story. Thick ash layers were found in Camulodunum, Londinium, and Verulamium. Fire traces at 900 degrees, mass graves, burned buildings. Tacitus had written in detail. His father-in-law, Agricola, was in Britannia at that time. Dio Cassius had confirmed it. It matched archaeology. Boudica was real. Her revenge was real. Her destruction was real. Boudica's rage is understandable, but her method is controversial. She killed 80,000 innocent people. Most were civilians, innocent. Revenge was not justice. She also destroyed her own people. 80,000 Celts died in battle. Perhaps she could have been more strategic, shed less blood. But Rome had treated her inhumanly. The result was a great revolt. Boudica's rage ruined her strategy. Even 2,000 years ago, women could be powerful leaders. Rome disregarded a small queen and nearly lost Britannia. Boudica chose death over slavery. This showed the power of values. Today, beside Westminster Bridge, stands Boudica's statue, in her war chariot, with her daughters, sword in the air. Every day, thousands of tourists take photos. Most don't know her story. But sometimes, especially women, they stand before the statue, look, think. Perhaps they think, 2,000 years ago, a woman challenged the world's most powerful empire, and she almost won. Boudica's grave still hasn't been found. According to legend, it's under King's Cross Station, hidden between platforms 9 and 10. Every day, millions of people pass over it, unaware. Perhaps this is fitting, because Boudica's spirit is still there, beneath London, waiting. One day, perhaps, a woman will again suffer injustice, again face oppression. Then Boudica's spirit will whisper, stand up, fight, take your revenge. Because Boudica died, but her message did not die. When you oppress a woman, you don't just harm her, you harm the entire future.